Hey everyone, this is Acterys here, Managing Director of Architecture and Platforms here at FP Automation. Welcome back to our series on government contract planning within Microsoft Fabric powered by Acterys. In this video, we're going to be going through the expense portion of project planning, specifically focusing on direct labor, which is really the contractor or employee portion of planning a project for government contracting. A couple things that you're going to learn from this video. Number one, how we can immediately see the capacity of all various different employees that are a part of this particular project. And number two, you will see how easy it's going to be able to consolidate your plan and allow multiple users to be able to plan their particular contracts and projects directly within the same module within Microsoft Fabric. What you can see right here is we're currently looking at an example project. We can see the start date and the end date of that project, as well as the current individuals assigned to this project and their current hours in place, along with the direct labor costs associated with them. Here, we can immediately see the project going out until 2026, and green, yellow, and red conditional formatting indicators indicating where they are at capacity-wise. With Acterys, we have the ability to be able to influence all these various different metrics directly within the system here. What this means is consolidated planning for your team members working on multiple projects. For example, if I go ahead and plan this individual right here, when we change this particular set of direct labor hours to 50 from 30, we can immediately see our results show up directly within the module itself, as we can see right here. In addition to that, we also have the ability to look at version history. We can see all the various different inputs over time and what those previous values were for this particular individual. This means your team has the ability to plan rates as well as hours associated with all individuals required for a project. In addition, we also have the ability to add new employees to a particular project here. So, if I wanted to, for example, add a new individual, I can immediately do so from the table edit visual Acterys. This means that you can plan various different employees that you would like to potentially hire for this project here. So let's say, for example, that I go ahead and I add a new individual for this project. I can go ahead and add this individual. Let's name them XYZ for the sake of ease here. And then immediately what I'm able to do is assign the total amount of hours that this particular individual will have in place. We can also assign a start date and an end date if this is a contractor, or if this is not a contractor, then we can go ahead and just assign a start date in terms of when they plan to start with the business. We'll go ahead and assume 2024 right here. When I save this value, we can immediately see that this particular individual is added into the module here. If we go down and we go ahead and expand the number of employees available, we can immediately see that individual available and switch back to our matrix visual to be able to see all various different inputs. In addition here, I can also see that this particular individual is available and select them for this particular module and start to plan. So let's assume that this particular individual right here is going to have 20 hours roughly per day per month within this project. I can go ahead and plan them immediately, and I can also plan their cost rate. Let's go ahead and assume $30 per hour for this individual. And by saving this, we can not only see that the hours and the cost rate gets added into the module here, but we can also see conditional formatting occur, as well as our costs start to adjust immediately within real time. This gives true unified planning to your organization with the ability to see capacity of all individuals within your organization directly within the same module. In addition to that, you can also model new positions that you potentially would like to hire for this particular position to be able to be assigned for a particular project. This now allows us to model what expenses will look like from a direct labor standpoint for projects as we start to build into our fully burden rate calculations before we get into revenue planning. So I hope you enjoyed this particular part of the series. Again, we recapped on direct labor planning and how you could plan new positions, as well as edit existing positions and immediately see their capacities across the board for all projects they're assigned to. Thank you, and this is Alp with FP Automation signing out.